Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us this morning at Mystic Fitness. We're practicing out here on Victory Field. We are here 7 days a week, so you're welcome to join us either live on Facebook or Instagram or out here on the field. Monday through Friday, we are here at 8 a.m. Saturday and Sunday, we are here at 9 a.m. Those classes are all live streamed. We also have some additional classes on Wednesdays. We're also out here on the field at 6 p.m. for an outdoor yoga flow. Let's see, Saturdays as well. We have the class at, is that 4 p.m., Amy, on Saturday? 4 p.m. And then tonight we have a great pop-up class. It's called Yoga Cardio. So if you want to come on back out tonight and join us for some of that, that's only on the field. That won't be live streamed. So if you'd like to try Yoga Cardio tonight at 6 p.m., we would love to see you. In addition to that, we do have some Bikram classes running in the studio. Those are Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at 4 p.m. And if you do plan on coming to the Inside Bikram classes, just please pre-register. And we would really appreciate that. Awesome. So I'm ready to begin. Guys ready? We're all ready. So, we always suggest that you have blocks to support your practice. So if you have blocks, great. Let's bring them towards the front of your mat if you're not using them to sit on. And if not, you could always use maybe any other prop that is nearby, a water bottle or something like that, should you need it. So let's start to settle into the body and into the mat to begin our practice. You can sit any way that feels comfortable for you, back on your heels or with your legs folded in front of you. And you can allow yourself to lie down if you prefer it. We'll start to take some easy breaths in and out through the nose. Letting your eyes float closed if they haven't already. Sitting up nice and tall through the spine. And as you maintain this length through the crown of the head, you're still bringing ease down into the sits bones and into the shoulders. So only the muscles that are required to keep you sitting up nice and tall are engaged, softly engaged. Let's take a big breath in together, fill the belly, and then release it nice and slowly. Belly breath rises all the way up to the ribs. And then let it go. We'll continue here with some easy inhales and exhales, moving on up through the lungs, and then allowing the lungs to deflate. You can continue with this easy breath if you want to take it a little easier this morning. Or to start to invite some fire into your practice, you can start to find some belly bonfire breaths. On your inhale, you're still filling the belly up. But now as you exhale, you'll start to lift the pelvic floor and squeeze the low belly just a bit, activating your transverse abdominals. Inhale, relax that effort. Exhale, there's a little squeeze and a lift. Reminding yourself how strong you are at your core. About 3 more. Two more at your own pace. Last one, really fill it up. Empty it out. Good, and we'll just come to a more natural breath for a moment. Just taking in all that gorgeous air and oxygen, energy from the buzz of the earth. And we'll take a big inhale and sweep all the way up with the arms, getting a little movement into the shoulders. Exhale, draw prayer hands to the heart. We'll do that twice again. Inhale, reach them up. And if you're laying down, you can just reach your hands back. And exhale, hands come down. Last time, inhale, lift them up. Exhale, settle your prayer hands at your heart center. Finding just enough engagement in your low belly to remind yourself how strong you are at your core. We'll open up our class with the sound of Om, and we will prepare with one cleansing breath. Take your inhale here. And just sigh it away. And inhale for Om. Close your eyes open and have the best class ever. So we're going to start on our hands and knees this morning in a tabletop position. So let's make our way there. Your knees will bring just about under your hips, and your hands are just slightly in front of the shoulders. That way we don't have to press into the wrists too much. We'll just start with a little cat-cow here. So we'll inhale, lower the belly, look up. Exhale, curl and round, tuck chin into the chest. Couple more times. Inhale, arching. Exhale, curling. So I always bring a little buoyancy into my elbows here, letting my elbow joints, not only just warming up the joints, but also kind of learning how all of the body can work together. So every little part of you is connected from the tip of your fingers all the way down into the toes. So let's just move this way a few more times. Maybe your forearms are even starting to dip down towards the earth. And we'll just get one last curl here. Tuck the chin. Pause on the curl. Let your head be nice and heavy. Exhale it out. Good. Let's make our way back to neutral. And a few threaded needles to twist it out. Inhale. Lift the right arm up to the sky. Big stretch. Exhale. Thread it underneath. Couple more times. Peel open on the in-breath. Exhale, thread it through. We have one more time. Really peel open like a big body yawn here. And then exhale, we'll thread. Allow your shoulder and your cheek to land to the earth. If it's not comfortable to bring yourself all the way down, you can bring some support underneath your head and shoulder. A bolster if you're at home, or maybe you make a little stack of blocks for yourself. Your opposite arm can stay where it is, or maybe you lengthen it towards the front of the mat just to get a little deeper stretch. And the top side ribs there. One more breath. Awesome. We'll take that hand back to where it started. Left hand under shoulder. Inhale, peel the right arm up. Big yawn again. And let's circle the arm down to the ground and try the other side. Big stretch of the left arm up and exhale. Thread it underneath. Two more times. Peel open. And reach through. So this is your practice. If you'd like to stay a little earlier and maybe skip one of these dynamic threads, you can. And now we'll all let ourselves land. And if you'd like to move your right hand this time and stretch it towards the top of the mat, and you're just stretching all the way down from the hips. Taking all that good air. Let it fuel your body with energy. One more breath. Good. So we'll take our hand back under the shoulder. Inhale, sweep your arm up. And exhale back to tabletop position. So coming into our tabletop with a nice lift and engagement of the low belly, we are now going to take our right leg back. So we're in our extended tabletop position. I'd like you to bend your knee and try to get the sole of the foot towards the sky. So today's practice is going to help us kick out any negative energy we have and also get your glutes really fired up. So we're going to take a little breath in and kind of tuck it. And exhale, try to kick to the sky. Just a couple like that. Inhale, tuck, elbows bend. Exhale to kick. Just another couple. Maybe a forceful little exhale as you kick it up. Let your elbows bend. You got one more. Kick it up. And then stretch it out and back. Feel the difference. One more big breath. And we'll take that leg down. We'll try the other side. So slide. Left leg back. Fire up those abdominals. Press fingers into the ground. Bend your knee, sole of the foot towards the sky. Inhale, little tuck. Exhale, kick it. So you want to use your elbows and maybe a little ha to get it up. Just gently firing up those glutes. Last two. And then this time, stretch it back. You can even move your ankle around a bit. Feel nice and long. And let's bring that down. So real quick, we're just going to sit back on the heels. I just want to show you something you can do to clear out your wrists. Take your thumb and index finger or middle finger right into the joint. Just kind of squeeze the bejesus out of it and maybe even pull it away a little. So just kind of decompressing the wrist, and you can do that anytime in your practice when your wrists are starting to feel tender. Maybe even shake that out a bit. Oh, that feels good. And now we're going to make our way back down onto our hands. And remember that wrist clear can come back into practice at any time. Let's curl the toes under here, lift your knees, find a little buoyancy and a little love in the low belly, and then take yourself back to down dog. And we'll start to stretch through the back chain of the body. Just kind of bending one knee at a time. Head can lay heavy here, and really grip your mat with your fingertips. Still taking those nice, long, delicious breaths. So we don't want to go too deeply into our down dog in the beginning. So always working with at least a little bend in the knees there. And finally, we'll take our way into a still dog. I'm going to start off with my knees pretty bent. Really press to get the shoulders well behind your wrists. And if that's something that you have trouble with, maybe consider taking your hands onto blocks and see if that helps. And keep the knees always softly bent. That'll give you a little more space. We'll try to take one more long breath in and out. We'll try a waving plank. So let's look forward, bend your knees. As you exhale, let's pick the hips up, wave through the spine, stay for an in-breath, and then exhale, we'll glide our way back with soft knees. Twice again, inhale, look forward, bend the knees. Exhale, wave your plank. Hold your plank like a rock star on the in-breath. And exhale, glide back with soft knees. Nice. Last time, let's look forward, bend the knees. Wave your plank, exhale. Inhale. And exhale, bend the knees, glide it back. Nice. We're going to make our way to the top of the mat. Let's take a breath in, look forward. Find a little bend in the knees. And as you exhale, take a walk, feet come up towards your hands. Inhale halfway, hands on your shins, feel your core support you. And then soften knees more, fall forward, forward fold. One more time here. So as you inhale, notice the power, the heat in the core. And then as you fold, you'll completely soften. Let yourself be as soft as you can, and maybe you sway side to side. Well, my neck's feeling a little tense. I might have slept funny last night, so I'm just kind of shaking that out. Just letting the weight of my head help stretch out the neck muscles. And then maybe if you would like, you could find ragdoll arms, taking opposite elbows. This helps broaden the shoulders away from each other and stretch out your upper back. You'll notice my knees are bent here. That helps to slowly warm the hamstrings and help out the low back as well. One breath in and let it go. Release any grip you're working with, and as you inhale, with soft knees, press into the feet. Roll up a little bit there. Try to draw the energy through the core. Inhale all the way up to extend the arms overhead, an extended mountain. And then exhale, hands come to heart center. Let's flow through our core vinyasa flow. Inhale, arms sweep. Exhale, we hinge and bow down to Mother Earth. Inhale to your half lift. As you exhale, we'll plant the hands, step back to down dog so we get that waving plank action. Let's inhale, look forward, knees bend. Exhale, wave and roll to plank. Hold for the in-breath, and then as you exhale here, we'll drop the knees, tops of the feet to the mat, and lower all the way down. Tuck your chin, inhale, cobra lifts you up. Exhale, press your way up and back, down dog. Breath in, and out. One more. Finding chair at the top of the mat here. Inhale, look forward, knees bend. And as you exhale, walk or a little hop to the front. Inhale halfway. And exhale, fold it down. So check in with your feet. They should be hips width apart here. Let's inhale and kind of roll our way up with soft knees, drawing from the inside and lift up on the in-breath. And exhale, we'll sit to chair. Arms are going to come forward and the hips come back. Let's reach the arms up now so they're kind of in line with your body. Hold your chair, take a breath in, and as you exhale, just reach the arms back. Just moving arms. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, reach it back. So see how that kind of throws your weight off a little bit? It's a little more challenging to keep the weight evenly distributed in the feet. Inhale and exhale. And one more. Nice. Come back to chair with arms lifted. Draw the shoulders away from each other. This is your last hold. Let's inhale all the way up. How are those glutes feeling? And exhale, bow all the way forward. Inhale halfway, and as you exhale, we're stepping back to downward facing dog. Skipping our rolling plank this time. Let's inhale the right leg to the sky. You can keep it straight and just work with this, or bend your knee and open up the hip, stacking right over the left. That's hip. Right hip over the left. Inhale back to a three-leg dog. Exhale, one knee in towards the chest. Curl and hold, pick up hips. We'll inhale that leg all the way up again. Exhale, curl it forward. This time you will step to your right hand. Back heel's going to stay up. Make your way up into lunge. Here we are. In all our glory, high crescent lunge. Couple of fists of fire here to warm up into the joints and the muscles more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, take it down one. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, take it down two. We only have one more. Now just lift the arms and see if you can keep the back knee dipped a little bit. Take a breath in and exhale, twist to the right. So we're going to move in and out of this, and you can move just arms, or you can come up and down with the legs. So inhale, come forward. Maybe you get straight. Exhale, twist, maybe a little dip. All right, do what you can. Twist and dip. One more only. Twist and dip. Now we just stay in this twist for a moment. If you want to lengthen the back leg more, go for it. See what feels best in your front hip there. Getting ready to come out. Let's flip the front hand, a little reverse in the twist. And then exhale, hands come down to the mat. And we just step back to down dog, and maybe you pedal it out. Notice right and left legs, see if they feel different. Mine sure do. Let's do the other side. So we'll take the left leg all the way up. Maybe you bend your knee. Let's take another few breaths here. You can always drop down to your knees instead. Take this from tabletop. And we'll inhale that leg back up again. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, big long stretch of your leg. Exhale, curl it in, and then place it next to your left hand. Now, if it doesn't get there, you can always kind of use your hands to help it along. All of your body works together, right? Then we'll lift up. High crescent lunge. Find something to just kind of set your gaze on. And we'll get our 3 fists of fire lunges. Inhale, exhale, 1. Nice, inhale, and 2. Really feel the low belly draw in and up. Stay dipped if you can. Arms come up. And then we'll twist to the left. Continue to energize through the middle fingers. Let's come and spin around to the front. Inhale, maybe the legs straighten. Exhale, dip and twist. 2 more. Dip and twist. Last one. Pause here. Now decide if you want to lengthen the back leg or keep it a little bent. We'll get ready to reverse it. So flip the front hand. Inhale, just reach up to a place that feels good for you. And exhale, hands come down to the mat. Step your way back, downward facing dog. Oh, steamy out here today. Feels just like a hot yoga class. I love it. We'll take one more breath in and out here. And we'll make our way to the top of the mat. Let's inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, walk or a little hop. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold down. Extended mountain on the in-breath, rise up. And we'll just take our hands to heart center as we breathe out. Maybe you allow your eyes to close. You're going to glue your feet down into the earth. Just observing the body and the breath. One more here. All right, moving into our next sequence. Inhale, arms stretch. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, halfway. And as you exhale, we're stepping back, downward facing dog. So from down dog, we're going to start to find a little kick here. Let's inhale that right leg up to the sky. So it's going to look like this. You're going to take a big breath in and stretch it up. Exhale, you're going to curl it in. Inhale, kick it up. Exhale, curl it in. So you'll notice I'm kind of gliding forward and back a bit on my elbow, hip and wrist joints. These are some plank swings. Inhale, kick it up. Exhale, take it in. One more time, kick it up. Exhale, draw your knee in and step to your right hand again. This time we're going to drop the back heel down and lift up to warrior one. So the difference between warrior one and crescent lunge is that back foot. So we want the heel grounded. Your foot points up towards the upper left-hand corner of your mat at whatever angle feels right. Take a big breath in and stretch your arms up, 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 and exhale, loop them around to interlace behind you. Take a moment to just kind of open up the heart, draw the shoulders down. Instead of clasping the hands tight, you can kind of open that up to do a reverse down dog stretch in your wrists. Take one more breath in, and then as you exhale, we're going to humble this, so bow to the inside of the right leg. Now here, it's easier for me to balance if I start to grip my hands pretty tightly. So see what you need to do to make it easier for you. Continue to breathe. Try not to lean on the front leg. You're kind of hovering to the inside. On your next inhale, let's rise all the way up, nice and tall. And exhale, hands to the heart. Taking your hands like you're sliding them into your back pockets here, we'll step the back foot forward a little bit, getting ready for Parsvattanasana. So still feet or hips width apart. Back foot points as much forward as it comfortably can. Don't force it. So everybody's built differently. So find your best angle. As you inhale, we'll draw the shoulders down, get a little back bend here. And then on an exhale, we'll bow forward over the front leg. Let that knee bend as much as it needs to. You can keep your hands on your back, but I always prefer to bring mine down for a little extra stability. Maybe taking fingers to the ground. Feel that nice stretch through the leg there. Last breath in here. And out. So we'll come into balance on the right leg. So on an in-breath, let's wave our spine long. Bring your gaze forward. And we're going to bend the knees, maybe just the front or maybe both need to bend, to lift the left leg up to the sky. So we're in like a warrior three variation. And oh, I got my blocks right here. So I'm actually going to put my hands on my blocks. And let me just walk it back a bit for my Instagram friends there. Now I think everybody can see me. So you can have your hands on blocks or you could take them down to the floor. And we got to kick it out here. So we're going to inhale, come into a little bit of a tuck, bend both knees. Exhale, kick it up. Inhale, exhale. You got 3 more. Woo, feel those glutes fire up. Woo, don't worry, we'll stretch them out too. Let's take it up to the sky and hold. You can stay right here. Maybe you lift your hands up off the ground for a moment, balance just on the leg, or hold on to your foot or ankle. So just play with it for another moment. Try to remain calm even when things are tough. And then we'll drop that back leg slowly to the floor and make your way into warrior two. Let me turn around to get a more interesting view here. So we'll stretch nice and long. We're just going to really breathe into this area. Try to open up the hips. Arms are stretching nice and long. Another breath. Last one here. Pivot on your right heel to face the long edge of your mat. 5-pointed star, big breath in. Exhale, hinge forward, knees soft. Let yourself just pour down. And once you get down here, you can just stay right down the middle. You could always bring hands on blocks or whatever you need to do. I like to bring a little fluidity into it, so I usually like to bend the knees and just let myself wave and release any tension. Eventually you'll find maybe your sweet spot where you want to stay. We're going to really enjoy this and just relax. We know we got a little bit of hard work in front of us on the other leg. But for now, to rise. Pivoting on the right foot to come back to warrior two. Flip your palm, inhale. Let's reverse the warrior. Stay for a breath. And then when your next exhale is ready, you will cartwheel your way down and step back to downward facing dog. So choice is yours here to either stay in your dog or find a little wavy plank to chaturanga. Inhale, look forward, knees bend. Exhale, maybe you find that wavy plank. Inhale and plank if you're coming. And exhale, knees lower down and everything lowers down. Inhale, lift with the back, cobra pose. And exhale, press your way up and back to downward facing dog. So let's do the other side. I'm just going to spin myself around so I don't forget which side I'm on here. Let's inhale the left leg all the way up to the sky. We're coming back into those little kicks, those plank swings. So take a breath in. Exhale, take it in towards the chest. Inhale, kick it up. Exhale, slide it in. So we're trying to slide a little bit. When I get really into this, sometimes my standing foot just pops up. I'm not trying to make it pop up, but if it does, it does. We'll take just two more. Kick it up, take it in, kick it up, and take it in. Now we'll stretch it all the way up. Kick it in, and step to your hand. Making your way to warrior one. Set your feet up first. We want to work from the ground up always. Hips width apart with your feet, back heel down. And then rise to warrior one. Soften your face. Maybe broaden the chest for a moment. Just spread the arms a little wider. Inhale, lift the arms up more and take them out to the side on the exhale. Again, hard opener. Shoulders slide down. Maybe your hands are open to help stretch out the wrists. When your next exhale is ready, you'll bow forward. Big breath in, exhale, bow it forward. So press evenly into both feet here. We are still strong, even though we are humble. It's a lot of strength and humility. Let's come all the way up here now. Inhale, rise, and release your hands when you get to the top. And exhale. Hands come to the heart, and then sliding them towards your back pockets as you take the back leg up a little more. You need a shorter stance for your Parsvattanasana. Press back here. Inhale, lift up, 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 and exhale, shoot hips back to come down. I have to remind myself not to lock out that knee. You want to have a little bend in the front leg. And then once you get down there, let yourself play with it a bit. Let yourself just soften down and bend the front knee as much as you need. Last moment here to be very soft and stretchy. And now to find some strength, we'll inhale, half lift, waving the spine, and getting ready to launch the back leg up for our warrior three variation, or standing split here. Bend your knee and pick it up. See if I need to hop back. Oh, I think I'm good. So again, you could always take those blocks underneath. I'll do this side with blocks. I'm going to stretch your leg back. We're going to find our little kicks. So we'll inhale, tuck in, exhale, try to kick up to the sky. Inhale and exhale. In and and in, and notice my elbows are helping me. My gaze is straight down for 2 more big kicks, and 1 more big kick, and you kick it high. And now we'll play around with some balance. Try to make sure that your toes are dialed down. Hands can maybe come to the heart, or maybe to the standing leg. Very difficult to do this on a mat, in a blanket, on the grass. You guys are rock stars out there. We're going to release to our warrior 2. So the back leg eventually will come down once you've grounded your hands. Drop the heel and open your way up. Back foot parallel to the back of the mat. As you open to warrior 2, you'll softly gaze towards the front thumb, shoulders draw down. Legs are working strong, but find a lightness through the upper part of your body. 1 more breath. Picking up your left toes, pivot on your heel. Now we'll make our way into a wide fold and then into fan pose. Starting with our star. Inhale, open up like you're going to hug everybody. And then exhale, bow down. So to find your fan pose twist, you will take your right hand and reach over towards the left leg. Bend your elbow and just pull yourself a little bit into a twist. The other hand just kind of is where it is. You can kind of peek underneath your left arm a bit. Now if this isn't serving your body, then do something different. Two breaths on this side. One more. Release to the middle. Inhale, kind of unwind and wave to that half lift kind of feel. And as you exhale, make your way to the other side. So you let your left hand reach over for the right leg, maybe just holding on outside the shin. Or you can always take this a little bit differently if this is too deep. 3 breaths here. Two more. And 1. Unwinding, inhale, find your half lift. As you exhale, engage low belly. Start to take hands to the hips. And on your next inhale, come all the way up to standing. Making our way into our warrior 2. Again, on the left side, pick up your toes, pivot on your heels, stretch long through your arms. Let's reverse warrior, flip the front palm. Inhale, stretch up and back. Really enjoy it there for a moment. Big inhale, and as you exhale, we'll cartwheel the hands down to the mat and step back to downward facing dog, taking some deep breaths in and out. One more breath here. Let's look forward on an in-breath. Bend your knees. Exhale, walk, or maybe a little hop forward. Inhale, halfway, hands onto the shins. And exhale, we'll take a forward fold here just for a moment. Shake the head out. Maybe even bounce a bit. Sometimes I feel like this really helps release extra tension down in the spine. You don't want to jar your movements, but gentle little bounce is cool. On the next breath in, we'll sweep our arms up through the midline to rise up with our core strength, extended mountain, and exhale, hands to the heart. So we're going to come into a little bit of balancing, a little more balancing. I'm going to come off the mat onto the grass. It's a little easier for me that way. Still challenging, though. And we're going to begin with our eagle pose. So we'll stay with our legs glued to the ground, mountain pose here. On the in-breath, arms sweep up. And then on the exhale, we'll swing them out to the side and in front. We're taking the right arm underneath the left. We'll start to find our chair pose, sitting down and back. The hips come back. And then the left leg. Which one did I put on? Nope, the right leg comes up and over. So you might be able to hook your foot behind your calf, but if you can't, no worries. Sometimes I use my foot on the floor for a little kickstand, and I just kind of work the squat and the squeeze a little bit more than the balance. And then you can always try to take that foot up off the ground, your right foot if it's touching. So we're going for our Eagle Warrior 3, eventually landing in our Eagle Warrior 1. Unwrap the right leg and slowly extend and send it back. Get a nice long line of energy from fingertips to back foot. Oh, I can hear this awesome breath behind me, ladies. I love it. Let's land in our Warrior 1. So the back foot lands with the heel down, so you've got a lot of stability there as you step the foot back. We'll try to humble our Eagle Warrior. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, humble and bow. 2 breaths. One more. To rise, press into your front foot on your in-breath. Eagle Warrior 1. You arrive and settle on the exhale. And then we'll slowly make our way back to Eagle. Bring your weight a little bit more into the front foot. And lift the back one up. And see if you can rewrap it. Super adventure. I love it. That was fun. All right, let's unravel everything. Big breath in. And exhale, hands to the heart. Just as a little break in between sides, let's take the arms up. Exhale, reach up and over to one side. Inhale up and over to the other. And just one more each way. Nice. Inhale, lift all the way up. And exhale, hands, heart center. Get yourself ready, focused. And we'll go for our eagle on the other side now. On the in-breath, arms sweep up. Exhale, they come out to the side, swing to the front. Left is going underneath this time. Find your seat, hips back. Left leg lifts up and wraps, or crosses, or kickstand toe. I usually end up doing a little bit of everything. One more breath to hold your eagle. Eagle, warrior 3, unravel slowly. Press it back. Ooh. It's a nice, soft, spongy earth we're working with today. Try to maintain this for another breath. See if you lift low belly and fire up transverse abdominals. If you can, hold it a little bit better. Ah, that worked. And then finally you drop it back to land in your warrior 1 foot. Or feet. Need 2 feet, don't we? Let's inhale, lift up. Exhale, humble eagle warrior. Still pressing your hands into each other, arms into each other. On the in-breath, we'll rise, press to the front foot, lift your torso. And as you exhale, you arrive in your rock star, Eagle Warrior 1. Let's go back to Eagle. Begin to bring your body forward a bit. Fire up those abs. Pick the back foot up. Slowly find your wrap. Sit into it. Working those glutes here. Shoulders drop from ears. Last breath. Unravel. Sweep the arms up. Breath in. Exhale. Hands to the heart. Let's inhale. Stretch them up. Exhale. Let's find a forward fold to soften down. Take your knees nice and bent. to aid your descent. We don't want to age our descent. We're trying to go the other way, keeping our body young. Take your last couple of breaths right here. Good. I'm just gonna wiggle my way back over to my mat here. Let's inhale, find our half lift hands to the shins. And exhale, we will plant the hands down. We're gonna step right back to plank this time, 1 foot at a time. Bring it down onto your forearms for one of the best full body exercises you can get, your forearm plank. Spread your fingers wide if you can, with your arms parallel to the sides of your mat. If you prefer interlacing fingers underneath your head, you can. But if you can keep the arms parallel and spread the palms, you can start to strengthen some of the parts of your body, your wrists, your forearms, your hands themselves. All these muscles that we need for down dog and all of our weight-bearing poses on the hands. One more breath. And we're going to unload weight there from the arms by letting the knees drop and then the pelvis drop. Pull through your arms, Sphinx pose, tops of the feet, now press. So imagine yourself a Sphinx, you got your big paws. Or maybe imagine yourself a little turtle trying to pull his head out. And then we're going to just make our way down onto the mat, onto the belly. Make a little pillow with your arms for your head. Or you can let your arms come down by your sides. And we'll bend the knees and just kind of rock the legs side to side. One more breath here. All right, let's press back to child's pose for a few breaths. So press your way up. If you want to get into the hips more, you will spread your knees with your big toes touching. If you prefer a more supported child's pose, you'll bring your legs together and rest down over your legs. Just let yourself settle down either in between the thighs if the legs are wide apart. Or just rest onto your legs if your legs are together. Let your head find a place to land, so if the ground's too far away, you can bring a block underneath or a pillow. Enjoy the time you're here. You've got another breath. Maybe there's a place you can soften. For me, I can soften my shoulders a little more there. And then we'll very gently make our way up onto hands and knees and then roll over onto your back. Once you get to the back, we'll take our knees onto the chest. So we did a lot of rounding type motions today through our practice. So now we're just kind of allowing the back to get flat. And we're not pressing it flat necessarily, but more just letting that happen. So you're relaxing the back muscles. Let your legs relax too. Maybe you're pulling very, very gently with your arms just to add a little extra weight onto your body to help your muscles soften. And rock a little side to side you go. And from here, we're going to let our feet come down to the earth. Your feet should be directly underneath the knees or a little bit more in front of them. Hands alongside you, and let's pick up our right foot and press it up towards the sky. So we're going to try a couple of glute bridges here just to get a little more action going on into those glutes. When you're ready, on an in-breath, you're going to press into the foot that's on the ground, lift your hips, and lift your foot to the sky. Inhale, take it down, and exhale, press it up. You've got a couple more. Lower and press. And lower and press. for 3, and press, and 2, and press, and 1, press and hold. Oh, don't turn your head like I just did, but I just wanted to see you for a moment. Even though I can't see you, I feel like I can. From here, we're coming into our figure 4 stretch, so maybe you keep your hips lifted as you bend the right knee. Cross your foot onto the ankle, or not onto the ankle, onto the thigh. And then we'll let our bridge finally lower down. Letting yourself completely relax here. I usually like to take my hands to the thigh creases as I first settle in and just press away a little bit. So that's help clearing out that low back, lumbar spine there, getting a little extra space into it. You can even move or rock a bit if you want. And then we will, if it feels good, interlace fingers behind the left leg and start to draw that leg in. And you can even make little circles here too, or rock side to side. So no rules in this position other than keeping your knee safe and happy and not pushing too far. But if you want to find a gentle in and out movement or some rocks, or just stay still, all of those options are good ones. I'm just taking in that gentle buzz of the insects around me. If I take it in too much, though, they might buzz me to sleep. It's such a beautiful, relaxing sound. One more breath. Good. Now, if you did lift your leg, let's release our grip and drop that foot back down to the ground. We're going to come into a twist now. You can keep your foot on your ankle and just kind of wiggle your right foot a little bit more to the right. And then let your knees fall over. Or your foot wiggles over to the left, excuse me. And then you drop your knees over to the right. If you're finding keeping your ankle crossed over on top of your leg is too much, you just slide it right off. Try to let both shoulders fall down into the ground equally, and your arms are just wherever they are. One more breath here. And then we will slide our ankle gently off of the knee. And just maybe windshield wiper your knees a little side to side. So I kind of scooted my hips back towards the center of the mat before I went into those, just so that I feel even. So always adjust yourself to a place that feels intuitively right for you. And then we'll do all of that on the other side. So we'll sit back up for bridge with the feet parallel and just about under the knees, hands down. Take the left leg up to the sky. Flex your foot to give yourself a little more energy and power. And we'll take a breath in to prepare, and then exhale, press it up. Inhale, we'll come down for these guys, and exhale, press it up. Couple more down, and then up. And we've just got 4 more. And down, and lift. 2 more glutes bridges there. Press it up. Last time, press it up, hold it up. Feel how beautiful that is. Stretch through the leg. Bend your left knee, stack the ankle over on top of the right thigh, drop the leg out, and then slowly let your hips come back down. Relax fully into your mat with your back. Maybe you slide your hands again into the creases of the hip there. Another breath this way. You move to the next version at any time that you're ready. Maybe interlacing the leg, hands underneath the right leg, and taking the leg up towards the chest. You can rock a little side to side or stir them around. Really softening and allowing. Last few breaths here. I always like to take my last few just in stillness. One more breath. If you did lift your right foot up off the ground, you release your grip and let it come down. Arms can slide off to the side. Wiggle your right foot a little bit closer to the right edge of the mat, and then the knees drop over to the left. Feel free to kind of wiggle yourself into a happy and comfortable place. Sliding ankle off knee if needed. Last few breaths here in this fun twist. One more. Slide your ankle off your knee. Maybe wiggle your hips a little more to the center of the mat. And just windshield wiper the knees. Maybe once you windshield wiper the knees, you kind of just wiggle to where you needed to be. Setting back up for bridge, but this time 2 feet down so we can really just focus on opening up the front of the body and getting our back bend in. Hands alongside you. When you are ready, press into your feet. Lift up on the exhale and make your way onto the back of your shoulders and the upper back. Now I like to walk my shoulders slightly closer to each other. It gives me a little bit more support. Try not to walk the shoulders far down from your ears. You can do it a little bit if you want to, but it could put too much pressure on the top of your neck. We need to keep our neck safe, happy. Some of you like to interlace your hands underneath you here, so if that's you, of course you can go ahead and get that grip and press your hands into the ground, whatever way you like. One more breath in and out. On this inhale, if you do have your clasp, you're going to walk your hands gently back out. And then on the exhale, slowly, one vertebra at a time, arrive down onto your mat. For your reclined mound angle, the soles of the feet will touch and your knees will drop out. If this is too much in your hips, you just bring some blocks up underneath the thighs or some pillows or something to give you more support. Let your arms rest alongside you, just a natural distance from the body. And we're going to come into our 3-part breath, our Dirga Pranayama. Might start off with 2 and then work your way up, or maybe you just stick with the 2. So we'll start again. As you inhale, you'll fill the belly, move all the way up the ribs, and then exhale. Inhale, bottom to the top, and exhale. Really see if you can fill and feel the expansion. Inhale, belly rises. And moving up ribs, heart center, and then release. 3 more. Two more. Last Dirga breath. Let's find our knees into the chest now. Take them in. Take a hand onto each knee. Pull the knees in. Rock gently from side to side. And we'll just stir the knees a bit, opening and closing, making little circles. I like to let my hands go along for the ride, and my core is actually making the circles for me. And then we will go the other way. Keeping my hands there just to kind of go for that ride. And we'll finish up with our wind removing pose on the right. So the right knee will stay in, left leg extends out with intention. Interlace your fingers on your right shin and squeeze the right knee up as you press the opposite leg long. Breathe into the lumbar spine. The universe just blessed us with a beautiful little breeze. That feels great. Let's take our left hand onto the knee and extend the right hand out to the right. And one more twist here. Knee crosses the body. We try to again keep the shoulders down, but we're allowing our right hip to come up as much as it wants to. Maybe you can turn your closed eyes towards your right hand here. Then we'll gently unwind, bringing yourself back to face the sky. Switch out the legs. Press your left leg long, long, long. Take the other knee in. Squeeze it up. Breath is flowing. One last active stretch between your legs. And then right hand onto the knee, left arm out to the side. Let your leg fall over to the side here. So we cross the body, we find how the twist is showing up. Back off if you need to. Try to be soft. Final few breaths. Good. Let's unwind. We're preparing to go into Shavasana. If your body intuitively needs another rock or a hug or a squeeze or anything else for that matter, you'll go where you need to go. And then as you're ready, you'll begin to make your way into your final rest. And if your lower back is feeling tension with legs, extended, then let your feet find the floor and just widen the feet enough so your knees can knock into a place where they just stay. Arms rest alongside. If it is comfortable for you to extend the legs, we'll extend them down. Trying to set ourselves up evenly. And we allow the physical body to cool down. Trying to arrange our muscles and bones, just like we would if we were standing tall and proud in mountain pose, trying to correct for any imbalances here. And over time, with practice, we can really do a lot to help to correct those imbalances. Start to let go of any intentional breaths. Let go of the mind. Let yourself just be here. Just become part of something bigger. We worked really hard this morning. This is the time when we get to just let everything fall back into place. Rest and restore. Enjoy every last moment. Without rushing yourself in any way, as you're ready, you'll start to make some gentle movements with your body to reawaken. This might mean you're rocking your head side to side or stretching your arms up and back, moving ankles, wrists, whatever it is. No rules here, just a gentle, soft awakening. At some point, without rushing, you'll draw your knees into your chest, give yourself a big hug. Always giving yourself that permission to stay reclined longer if you want. If you are giving yourself that big hug, rock off to one side, pause there. Thank your body for all the hard work it's done today. Rock your way up into a seat. Press your way up gently, use your hands. And we'll close with the hands at the heart center, thumb knuckles pressed up against the center of the chest. Tuck your chin, bow and honor yourself. Bow and honor the other yogis that practiced with us today, from near and far. And we'll close with the word that means I see you in me. That word is namaste. Taking your hands to your third eye center on the count of 3. 1, 2, and 3. Namaste.